Hi everyone, welcome to this presentation on the new Live Instance Management or LIM features that are being made available in the upcoming update to K2 Black Pearl, codenamed 090X. First things first, my name is Neil Martins and I'm a professional services consultant with K2, based out of the UK offices in London. I'm pretty excited about these features and I think by the end of the presentation you will be too, because they help us to address quite a common requirement out in the field today. So, what is Live Instance Management? Well, in the simplest terms, LIM allows us to migrate active running process instances from one version of a process definition to another. I think we're all pretty familiar with the challenge that we may have, say, 100 process instances running on version 1 of our process definition in production. We go ahead and deploy version 2, maybe with some new data fields or some new activities. And the requirement is to be able to migrate all these current active instances to the new process definition version with all their current data and the current state and everything else. Now, of course, previously this was possible, but it required quite a lot of coding and thought around how to do this migration. You'll be glad to know that LIM allows us to do this a lot more easily. As an aside, we'll also be briefly looking at the new go-to activity functionality, which allows us to circumvent the problem where we would expire all parallel activities when forcing a process to go to an activity in the process. By the end of this, you'll be thinking these are pretty cool features and wanting to get your hands on them. Well, they're available in 090X, as I said, but it's important to note that these features are API only. There is no user interface for them, so if you want to make use of them, you are going to have to write some code, I'm afraid. The good news, however, is that I do have a sample application that makes use of these features, which I will be posting to K2 Underground when 090X hits the streets, and I'll also be making this available internally in the meantime for your own testing enjoyment. Before I continue, I do need to make the obligatory "your mileage may vary" statement. Now, the very nature of LIM means that we are making some pretty hectic changes to the K2 data store in the back end. I guess all I'm saying is that you need to take a lot of care in testing that the LIM functionality you're calling is doing the expected thing to your processes. Always remember to take backups of your K2 databases before you even start playing with LIM, and take a lot of care to make sure that your process is behaving in the way that you expect it to. On that note, there are certain areas that are not supported by LIM, and we'll be looking at them towards the end of this presentation. But without further ado, let me quickly demonstrate one of the things that LIM allows us to do.